So the thing that inspired me to create this drum sound was this 26-inch bass drum that I have. And I was trying to tune it like John Bonham. I couldn't quite get it there, but I did notice with the front head off, it sounded like an 808. I could tune it to an exact pitch. Once I had that bass drum sound, that kind of informed everything else. So for the rest of the drums, I decided to go with all snares. So 3 snares of 3 different pitches. And then for the cymbals, I chose bright, short sounds that kind of emulate those electronic sounds. For microphones, I decided to close mic everything. This gives me more control over each instrument in the kit. As far as the types of microphones used, I mainly used condenser microphones because those are brighter, and that means I had less to do in post if they're already bright. Some of the microphones were running into outboard gear. I had kick and snare going into DBX 160As for just a little bit of compression, and then everything was running through API Vision preamp emulations that I drove just a little bit to give it some saturation. All of this processing is what went into the raw audio files that you heard earlier, and this is usually what I would send you if you decided to have me play drums on a track for you. However, I really love mixing drums, so I decided to mix these, and here are a couple things that I did with that mix. Probably the biggest thing that you'll hear immediately in the mixed tracks is that snare reverb, which is very 80s, and that's because I'm really inspired by an engineer named Hugh Padgham, who engineered The Police and XTC and Sting and a bunch of others. So I used Goodhertz's Megaverb to try and emulate that. I also had some parallel compression going on in these tracks. I duplicated the drum bus, and I had part of it getting really crushed through Wave's Fairchild emulation. So I decided to finish things off by running the whole drum mix through the J37 tape sim. This does a couple things. It adds some saturation, it lops off some of those transients, and it dulls the high end a little bit because I had added lots of high end earlier in the process and I wanted to kind of tame that. So thanks for watching and listening, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even learned something. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and all those good YouTube things. And if you'd like to have me play drums on one of your songs, shoot me an email and we'll talk.